everyone, and welcome back to Exploring DC, where we take a piece of DC and explore it with you. I am Luis, and today I'm the Red Ranger. With me, I have.
Josh, the Blue Ranger,
Jalen,
and
the lore accurate Black Ranger.
Guys, we can't be canceled. The show did it.
Jalen
Technically,
asked Jalen
tech-
asked me to just to Jalen don't don't back out of this now.
We put Green Ranger on Jalen.
Because and he was like, no.
He's like, no, guys. No.
I mean, I gotta.
You know what it must be.
I gotta stay true to my black brother Zach Taylor,
Hey, he's a badass Ranger, though.
especially in
He's
this
a
book.
badass Ranger.
Wait, isn't?
Especially in this book.
Yeah.
This book, we'll get to it. But first off, everybody. So how's everyone doing? Jalen, something new, something nerdy. What you up to?
Something new. I'm casting for my short film. To start production in about 2 months. That's been exciting. I'm getting a lot of people who are like just interested, who are really good. Um, you know, and something nerdy. We're currently going through Green Lantern comics, and oh my god, bro, I forgot how much I love those guys so much. They're so good. I cannot wait for Green Lantern, that stretch of time that we're just focused and locked in on Green Lantern stuff, bro, because there's so many gems in there.
Hell yeah. How about you, Josh?
I'm good. I went to 7-Eleven for free Slurpee day. That was
Fuck
big.
yeah.
That was big in my life. I made some food. I made some chicken and mac. That was good. Like
Hell yeah.
barbecue, you know.
Feeling
Um,
adventurous today, yes.
yeah, dude. About a year ago, actually a year ago today, I went on the first date with my girlfriend, and we watched Magic
shit.
Mike on her bed, and it was like the most awkward thing ever, but it was awesome at the same time.
what a
Yeah, she was
That
like,
is
she was like,
wow.
yeah.
Hey,
she was like,
work.
this is one of my favorite movies, and this is what I own on Blu-ray, and so I'm like, okay, and yeah, that was an experience, but yeah, that was cool. And then nerdy. Okay, so I picked up like a bunch of stuff. I went to the secondhand store. Well, first off, this is from Walmart, but I got the Superman shirt, like the plain one, for $3. Like, what a steal!
Damn.
Absolute steal. I got a whole stack of comic books.
Oh god
There you go.
damn.
Morbius, that was $1.
Goated.
Morbid
An
time.
Arrow comic. I
Not
don't
as cool
know
as
what
Morbius, but
specific
cool.
issue, but yeah. I got a Secret Wars one because I thought it looked cool, and it's got Reed on it.
Oh,
It's
the
from
maker,
the.
yeah.
It's
That's
like
sick.
the Hickman one. So that was cool. There's the Terrifics because I feel like that could be important maybe in the future.
That
We're
could
getting
be,
some of those
yeah.
characters. A Brand New Day comic. It's even from 2008 because you got the Incredible Hulk little banner on it. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
cool. There was a bunch of them. The first issue of the Brand New Day line was like really expensive, so I just got a random cheap one. And then the two coolest ones, I got Absolute Green Lantern variant
Oh,
cover
yeah.
of #1
Oh,
because that's
yeah,
sick.
That's dope.
I looked for Absolute Batman or some of the other ones, but Green Lantern was the one I found, and so that's what we went with. And then the coolest one, Spider-Man, Superman, #1, the thick issue with a bunch of stories in it, and I haven't read yet, and so I'm gonna be reading that soon. I don't know. We'll probably cover the Marvel DC crossover stuff eventually. I haven't even read the Batman Deadpool one. I'm like way far behind on all of it.
I haven't
But
read
yeah.
any of them.
Okay. And then the most important thing, I saw this as soon as I walked in. It was $20. It was like the best fucking moment of my life. The Ted 2 Funko Pop.
Fuck yeah. Jackson would be so jealous right now if he saw this.
Dude, instant, like I couldn't let go of it as soon as I saw it. And yeah, super hyped. So now I got that, I got my steel book, I got my poster, I got a whole bunch of Ted 2 stuff. So that's my jam, man. That's what I've been up to.
Hell yeah. As for me, nothing really new. Just kind of working, busy. That's kind of it. In terms of something nerdy, I forgot to grab them because I think they're in the other room. But I'm only missing Volume 2 of Martian Manhunter, but I have every single Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the Absolute series.
So cool.
But yeah, so I'm only missing Martian Manhunter Volume 2, and obviously Green Arrow and Catwoman are not done yet, so obviously I can't have those.
Mhm.
But other than that, I'm loving that series. I'm really excited for one day for us to do all the Volume 2s and stuff. That'll be really fun. But yeah, so I got that. Kind of reorganized my comics. Also, I got something. So I am a huge nerd in a lot of things. I also really love musicals. I'm getting into like more musicals and stuff. And one of them that is one of my all time favorites that Jalen just finally watched.
Oh my god! Are we want to talk about Hamilton?
Was Hamilton.
Oh my god! It's so good, bro.
I've talked to this dude about Hamilton for so long, and he finally watched it and loved it.
Yeah, it's
So,
gas.
It's so good, bro.
I wanna show I
Lafayette.
have-
Come on, man.
The Blu-ray for Hamilton. I found this at
shit.
Walmart.
That's cool.
So I have the entire play on Blu-ray, and then that was like a fun thing that I just randomly found. I was like, I'll take it. This I've been wanting for a long time, but I would keep finding it for like $190. I was like, I'm not paying that. I found it for very cheap, like a quarter of the price. Is the Hamilton vinyl, and it's like thick. It's a
That is
full-on
thick.
hard box,
That's a book.
and it has 4 vinyl discs in here.
What are the songs on it?
Every
Yeah.
song.
Every.
Every song, the entire play in 4 discs.
Oh my god! Hearing Skylar Sisters, Guns and Ships,
Oh yeah, wait. Let me
all
open this real
like
quick.
on
I'll make it
vinyl.
quick. If you look at the book this is the book that it comes with. It
Mhm.
has every single song in lyrics
Holy shit.
written throughout at each page, and it's so many damn lyrics
Oh my god!
just written everywhere. Because it also tells you what character's singing at every point.
Right. Yeah.
Then you open it up, and like I said, it's 4 discs. So this one has Hamilton. This one has Washington. This one's Eliza and Hamilton. And the final one, I believe, I can't see who that is. Oh, that's Burr.
Okay.
That's Aaron Burr in the final one.
So have you seen the play, like Broadway?
I have. Okay, so I've seen it on Disney Plus. I've seen it in theaters at AMC when they released it. And I saw it live in Puerto Rico.
Oh shit, they have it down there. That's awesome.
Well, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who originated it, is from Puerto Rico, and he brought it when Hurricane Maria happened as like a charity event, and then they just continuously brought it back every certain amount of time now.
That's awesome.
So
Well, sick.
yeah, and then whenever it's back here in North Carolina, me and Jalen got to go watch that live.
Oh, we were going to watch that day one. That's a minute
Yeah.
one, bro. To see them perform.
And the new cast is really good. I was shocked. The new cast is really good.
You can tell we're good financially because we always have really cool like show and tells. That's how we know we're financially responsible.
I do.
Maybe you guys.
I do have a question before we get into this episode because I'm sure that's where Luis is going next.
Mm-hmm.
But if hypothetically, if Exploring DC was to take a trip to Los Angeles, who is the first celebrity that we would try to find?
Oh shit!
Just on the street?
No, we're breaking into their houses.
Okay.
Breaking into their houses.
Specifically,
more specifically, who is your celebrity sex pass?
Oh.
God damn it!
okay.
You're talking about that damn movie again. Guys, if you haven't seen Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass, it's a surprisingly hilarious movie.
Yes,
It's
or else
actually
watch it, or
really
else
damn
you
good.
will get very, very, very sick.
And, oh god damn it! And if you
You
actually
know-
want a very serious take on that movie, watch The Invite. That was a very weird double feature.
Oh my
Peters.
bro.
No, I gotta answer, bro. You know, Michael Keaton's looking good as he gets older. You know,
Hey, I
one of those,
respect
like
it.
aging good as he's getting gray.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll
No,
go.
I'm saying.
I'll go Jennifer Aniston because why not?
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
go John Hamm.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Very original ideas.
I know, right? All right. So, what we are here to talk about today is something that I recommended that I know me and Jalen had already read. I believe this is Josh's first time, and that is
Yeah.
Justice League versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is a 2017 crossover comic. During this time, why did this comic even happen? Well, it was to celebrate the release of Justice League in theaters and the 2017 Power Rangers reboot in
Mhm.
theaters. So since they both had huge theatrical releases, they decided to cross them over in the comics. Also, and I've shown it here in the pod before, I collect the Boom Studios comic line for Power Rangers that is like huge. That was also around the time when it was like blowing up, and it was their huge like crossover events were
Yeah.
around 2017. So in order to cross promote, they created this comic. So the comic is written by Tom Taylor, and the artist is Stephen Byrne. Something interesting I found though is that the writer Tom Taylor has not actually done very much, and the artist even less actually. What the writer has done, some notable stuff: Injustice: Gods Among Us, I believe for both the comic and the game. I believe he wrote for both.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he wrote for Deceased, that crossover event where they're all zombies in DC Comics.
Deceased or whatever it's called.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he for Marvel, that's all he did. I know, and he did Nightwing too. And then for
Yeah, his Nightwing
Marvel,
run's pretty famous. I think I hear about it all the time.
See, I thought it was a different Nightwing run. I got confused. He also did All New Wolverine, X-Men Red, and has done a Star Wars comic too.
He's directly responsible for Nightwing getting like hypersexualized recently.
Is
With
he
his
not
run?
also responsible for Nightwing losing his memory and like that stupid storyline?
Oh, the Rick Grayson
It
shit.
it is that storyline. Yeah, that is Tom Taylor.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yo,
Well,
shout
he
out
wrote
Tom
this
Taylor.
comic, and then the artist is Stephen Byrne, who is behind Serenity, which is a random comic that he did with Joss Whedon, which is, I believe, how he got onto this, since it was to cross promote the Justice League movie.
Serenity
And
is
then-
Firefly, I think. That's like the follow up to Firefly.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's Joss Whedon.
Shit, I've never. I don't know anything about Firefly, so I did not know that. And then he did work on Green Arrow as well for DC.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of their background. Boom Studios did release. This was published by Boom Studios and DC, mostly Boom Studios, from what I understand. And yeah, so quick fun fact that I found interesting is, they did obviously Power Rangers versus DC. Cool. It's interesting that they did DC first, because a quick piece of trivia about Power Rangers: it was adapted in 1993 by Haim Saban, who was randomly working and was in a Japanese hotel, and Super Sentai just started playing.
Yeah.
And he saw Juden Sentai Zyuranger, I believe is the full name, which is what became Mighty Morphing. He saw it, took it to Fox, got it adapted. The reason it got adapted so quick, 10 years, I think it was, Stan Lee tried to adapt Power Rangers because he was working on the Japanese Spider-Man show while he was over in Japan, and he saw Super Sentai, took it to Fox. A producer said, "Let's do this," but when they took it to the higher ups, they said no. When Haim Saban took it in the 90s, that producer that believed in Stan Lee was now the head of Fox Kids.
Oh, cool. But they didn't bring
He-
Stanley back on in the 90s to help out?
They did not. I actually don't know why. I could not find any comments as to why he didn't come back after. But and another fun fact: the reason, obviously, a big part of this comic is the Megazord, the swords and the Megazord. That was inspired by the Japanese Spider-Man mecha that Stan Lee created for that with Toei for that show. So the Japanese Spider-Man inspired the Megazord for Power Rangers.
I didn't think anyone from Marvel actually worked on Japanese Spider-Man. I thought they just did their own thing with that.
Only Stan Lee as a supervisor. That's it.
That's fascinating,
hmm
man.
So, but yeah. So they are very deeply connected. So it's interesting to me that a DC crossover happened before a Marvel one, with how intertwined the history is with Marvel.
Has
Uh,
there been a Marvel Power Rangers crossover yet?
Not any as official as this. There's been some old like mini comics I think that they've crossed over a little
I
bit,
see.
but in a full like fleshed one, no. They've crossed over with Godzilla. They've crossed over with TMNT. They've crossed
Fortnite.
over with anime too. Fortnite. Uh, and they better be in Injustice 3. Goddammit. That's
There you
label
go.
characters. But yeah, so that's the Power Rangers. That's like a rough summary of what the Power Rangers are. But I want to start us off with me and Jalen are huge Power Rangers fans. We have been for our whole lives. And I know he has this too, but I pulled it out. The entire Mighty Morphin series. And he has a lot more Power Rangers series on DVD than me.
Yes, sir. I
Um,
have from Mighty Morphin all the way up until I think RPM, and then I have
Mm.
like the entire Dino Charge season and the entire Ninja Steel season. So it breaks up after RPM, but I have
so you have Saban to Disney era and a
Yes.
little
Right.
bit of Neo Saban.
um,
Just quick explanation: Saban era, Mighty Morphin to Wild Force, Disney era, Ninja Storm to RPM, Neo Saban, Samurai to Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel, and then Hasbro era, Beast Morphers to Cosmsphere, where it ended after 30 years.
I'm definitely
Josh.
following.
Everything we're saying, you have no experience.
No,
with
dude,
Power
I
Rangers.
love Power Rangers. I love that robot dude. I love I love Zortan with
Sortan?
the fuck. I love
He's
him.
looking up the names right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna LARP this whole episode. I haven't seen a single fucking episode, movie, anything Power Rangers in my entire
Gosh,
life.
your childhood, bro.
But
your childhood.
I played the Fortnite crossover.
Hey, it's something.
So I gotta be the Megazord. Is that what it's called?
Mega
They let
Sword.
you be the Megazord.
Yeah, there you
Missing
go.
out on peak, like peak.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Childhood action
Here-
television, bro.
So I'm really interested, Josh. I want to hear your take on how this comic felt in a little bit. I will say this comic is very much connected, which is something us Power Rangers fans are very disappointed by. Is the fact that this is the '90s, obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original
Mhm.
team. They're always the one that come back, even though there's been 30 years of teams, because they're the OG, so they're the ones that are like best, most well known. So this has a lot of that '90s style for those characters. But Power Rangers has evolved so much. It got really mature in the Disney era. Even though it was still corny and like goofy, it got a lot more mature, and then it just went back to even worse in the '90s. Um, but Josh, so like as somebody who is not someone that has experience with Power Rangers, how did it feel to read this comic?
The first issue was like Mad Libs of figuring out what the fuck who, because there's so many of them and there's so many names, and so I'm like, okay, you are you and you are you, and I would keep forgetting who is who, and that was confusing. And then there was like, I got the villain concept, I got the glowing Sensei Wu guy or the hologram guy.
Yeah,
As soon as they introduced the robot character and then he ended up being a bomb, I was like, I don't fucking know. I thought he was supposed to be like a silly little dude. Then he
Yeah.
explodes and
Oh, man, this is fascinating.
You know?
This is interesting. Like,
dude, it was strange, man. And then I was rocking with him more when Batman showed up, and then we were crossing over. But the first issue was definitely interesting because it was just full Power Rangers, which I think was an interesting approach to take it in, I guess.
I will say a way to keep them all like in memory when they're out of their like costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
Every single Power Ranger in history wears their color like in normal clothes. So that was
Okay.
like, you know, so like whenever Jason and Kimberly and Tommy are out of their costume, they're wearing red jackets, pink jackets, green jackets.
It kind of reminded me of Ninjago, honestly.
Ninjago is based on Power Rangers.
Yeah, I say the 2017, was it 2017 that Lego movie came out? The Ninjago?
Yeah,
The
actually,
Lego
yeah, that
Ninjago
was
film?
also 2017
That is
movie.
heavily Power Rangers inspired. Like
Okay.
heavily.
Well, even the OG show is very Power Rangers inspired too. Well, very Tokusatsu inspired.
Yeah.
Which quick thing, Tokusatsu is a style of filmmaking in Japan, which is like Godzilla, Super Sentai, which is Power Rangers based on, Ultraman, Kamen Rider. That's Tokusatsu. But Ninjago's like based on that. And a lot of stuff is based on that.
Yeah. Um.
But so Josh, so for somebody who is primarily a DC fan or a Power Rangers fan, what were your thoughts on the characterizations of the Justice League in here? Like, did they feel accurate? Did they feel like forced in? How do you feel about their inclusion?
Nothing felt out of place with. I mean, I've seen a lot of crossover stuff. Like even recently, there was that Justice League and Ruby crossover that they did,
Yeah.
which this felt very similar, where we're just going from one world to the other and we're fighting a little bit because we misunderstand. I liked the Justice League lineup a lot. I thought that everyone felt pretty similar. That no one got a crazy amount of characterization. It was cool that Cyborg got a lot to do. I
Hmm.
thought that was interesting, especially also bringing in Brainiac as the villain of all the villains to pick. I thought was very interesting.
I
It was cool, man. I thought it was a pretty well fleshed out DC. And what really I really liked about it is when they were calling in all the like reserve leaguers, but then their
mm-hmm.
transmission gets cut off. But that really made it feel like it wasn't just, oh, these are the only characters we could get, because they show like Beast Boy and a bunch of other characters and a bunch of other teams. That was cool. That was like, okay, this is the full DC universe. We're not just skimping out here.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think it's interesting when you like merge these characters. You always gotta look for what characters go well with each other. Like what characters have similar personalities in each story. And I feel like there's moments where like Green Ranger Tommy, obviously at this time in the show he's evil and turns good, so he's a much
Okay.
more serious Ranger than the rest. Because he was like tortured when he was evil. So I like his conversations with Batman, how he like stands up to him. I like the
Yeah.
conversations with Jason and Superman of like we're not giving up, we're coming. Because Jason in the show is a very much the leader of the team. Kimberly being a daredevil as she always is, and then going over to DC and just that panel of Wonder Woman in the pterodactyl sword holding the Pink Ranger with the lasso of truth. Like we just had a very intense conversation.
Yes, I liked that a
I
lot.
was like, that is perfect.
That was a great way to mediate things, because that would make the most sense of how to get through. Because otherwise, they're just going to be, you got people fucking show up in dinosaur mechs. Like, what do you expect? It's
That
very
is
rare for
very
dinosaur
true.
mechs to be on like the good side.
Bro, they just got in that shit and started blasting.
Yo,
When
and
they got
honestly,
out
what
the
was
swords.
what was the is the black guy's name Jason or Zach?
That's
Zach.
Zach.
That's Zach. Zach was justified. He's like, Batman looked scary. He looked like a villain, so I just started attacking him. Like, that's valid.
I love that he kept pointing it out. He was like, bro, do you ever smile?
It reminded me of the Turtles crossover movie, where they also immediately just attack Batman because it just looks like one of the freaks that they
fun
fight.
fun fact: the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers have crossed over too in live
Oh,
action.
I'm sure every
In
80s
live
film
action,
crossed
Josh.
over.
Live action and comics and both.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely sure. Anything that's 80s or 90s, I'm sure is crossed over with each other.
Oh,
They're all just like
100%.
all mind melding. Yeah.
So that's the DC side. Jalen, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the characterizations of the Power Rangers in this comic? Because obviously this is like peak right now of the Boom Studios. They were just starting, trying to establish who they were. What are
Mhm.
they Rangers for? And they're very different to the ones that are in this comic. Because I don't think they had found their footing yet. But as like a fan of the show, Jalen, what do you think?
I like love it. Like every single time, because fun fact about me, I always go on these periods where I'm just watching Power Rangers like every season straight, and then I'll go on like these little off periods where I'm not really, thinking about Power Rangers or really watching it or keeping up with it as much or reading the comics or anything like that. So, and then one piece of media, or I'll see like a clip, or I'll pick up this comic again. and it'll just get me right back into it like I never left. So to pick this up and to feel how accurate each character was, how accurate Jason was, how accurate Trini was, how accurate Jason, Tommy was, even like, you know, obviously in real life, Jason David Frank, rest in peace, is
Yeah.
gone, has passed away. Um, Seeing his character still in this comic book and seeing it be so true to Tommy, I forgot how good it was, bro, and I forgot how good it was to see you know them use the dragon dagger as like an anchor from one universe to the next. Like
Mm-hmm.
it genuinely felt like an episode, like a two-parter of Power Rangers. It felt
Mm-hmm.
way more like a Power Rangers episode than a Justice League Unlimited episode. You know what I mean? And I do like how they still tried to respect the Justice League and the DC universe by adding the Titans and Supergirl and Aquaman and Mira and all these other DC Shazam and all these other DC characters. But in his heart, the heart of this story is the Power Ranger side of things, and is what they're dealing with, and is how they react to Brainiac, how they react to Angel Grove, which is their city that they protect in the show, shrinking and all that other stuff. Like it's so good to see these guys again, and it's like I know a lot of Power Rangers fans are like, I'm tired of seeing Jason. I'm tired of seeing these six consistently come back. There's something so special about seeing them in the stuff that you do see, whether it be live action, whether it be comics, or stuff like that. It is so heartwarming, especially for someone like me and for someone like Luis who has grown up with this.
Yeah.
And I know for myself and I know for Luis, Power Rangers has gotten us through so much, in our personal lives, that it's always such a special thing to see these guys again and to have like two loves cross over and have characterizations be right. It was definitely awesome.
Hell yeah. Now, something I want to talk about, and Josh, you mentioned this a little bit, is the villains. Obviously, for Power Rangers, Lord Zed is
Yes,
not
that's
the
I knew that
first
name.
villain. Yes, you did. Yeah, it's this
Lord
guy.
Lord Zed Don.
Oh, that's so dope.
He Loki just looks like Shredder though.
It's Shredder with a brain.
Yeah, no shit. Is he an alien?
Yes.
Okay.
So in the original show, Rita Repulsa is the first villain of in the season 1 of the Power Rangers. In season 2, because she fails for so long, Lord Zed becomes the new main villain to kind of
Oh,
destroy the Power Rangers.
but
And
he
he
got
is
more popular.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Rita Repulsa is like iconic, but like Lord Zed is one of the most powerful villains they ever faced.
Lord
in
Zed
terms
is
of
like
Power
the
Rangers.
Thanos of the.
He is kind of like a Thanos because he just came back for the 30th anniversary too.
Oh no kidding. Okay.
And he was the villain for the final season of Power Rangers ever, for now at least. Actually, probably forever. But so that's Lord Zed.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they picked Brainiac because you think obviously we're calling Lord Zed Thanos kind of a Power Rangers, and he basically is. It's interesting that you don't go with Darkseid. You don't go with Lex Luthor, which is normally what they do in these big comics. To then, or Legion of Doom even, to then go with Brainiac of all characters, I think is really interesting because Lord Set's entire thing is conquering, and he's an alien that's trying to conquer the world. And I feel like having basically another villain that's more methodical and a villain that's more technological, I thought was really interesting because Lord Set's all about magic, while Brainiac is all about technology and knowledge. And the pairing I just found so interesting. So I want to see, like, Josh, what did you think of Brainiac being the one chosen for this crossover?
I think it feels like a natural like pairing in the sense that sometimes there's crossover villains that team up and you're like what are we doing, like when I think Joker and Shredder team up in that TMNT one, and it just doesn't seem like it would be something that would actually happen in most instances. This one, they both kind of have similar mindsets and similar goals of just taking what they want, and so I think that was probably what I liked most about it, is that there wasn't a lot of friction immediately when they link up. But now that you showed the brain, I think that's just because they both got brains.
They're both that smart, bro. They're both just that smart.
Brainiac, brain guy on his head, makes sense.
That's true. I will say, I think another thing is they utilize their powers so well.
Yeah,
On the Lord Said side, because I'll go into this first because it's Power Rangers. Lord Said being able to, one of his main abilities is being able to create monsters and making them grow to a huge size, which is why the Power Rangers need the Megazord. I love the fact that he makes himself grow to escape the shrunken city that Brainiac traps him into when he
growing in a
teleports
shrink. Yeah,
in
that's so.
and
You know what
breaks
was
out, and then turning huge. Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say, what's interesting too was how the Power Rangers people reacted to the city getting shrunk, because to them that's the first instance of it happening, and so they were freaking the fuck out. They're like, I don't know what's going on. This whole
Yeah.
city's gone, and we had to get like Wonder Woman and the Rangers and the UN pretty much to calm everyone
Mm-hmm.
down. Where on the DC side of things, they're like, oh shoot, there's like a bunch of cities in here. I guess we'll go distribute those with the appropriate people. Like they didn't seem like they were stressed about that at all,
Just
because
another
it's
Tuesday.
just yeah, where Power Rangers they really felt the ramifications of that, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think it makes something that has become so like we're used to. Like Brainiac appears, he's gonna shrink a city. That's what he's
Yeah,
gonna do. He has the collection. It gives somebody that will react. It's like when you put a character in a movie that their entire job is react like the audience. But this
right.
one actually makes sense. Like this one doesn't feel like a forced inclusion of like we need you to react so people understand what's happening and ask the questions. It feels earned with the way the villains team up, and I feel like that works so well. And then you move on to Brainiac, and I love the fact that I see something that even happens also in the Injustice comics. I'm not surprised that they did it here with the same writer. Is Brainiac taking over technology? And in Injustice, he takes over Cyborg and creates Grid. And in this, he takes over the swords and takes them away from the Power Rangers. And then he also takes over Cyborg multiple times to try
Hmm.
and take them out. And I just really like that they're utilizing every possible ability that would make what can Lord Said do against the Justice League? Well, he's a magic user. That is one of Superman's weaknesses. That makes him be able to stand up against them. What does Brainiac do against the Power Rangers? He can hack technology. He can take over their swords, their weapons. He can take their morphers with his robots. And I really like that they found ways that both villains, without having to figure out some like random excuse that they found an amulet or their merch or anything, how can they take on each other's heroes without it being forced? And I feel like they did that so naturally. I thought that was
Yeah,
just done very well.
no one felt neutered. They both felt at their full extent,
Yeah.
which is rare.
Exactly. I completely agree. Um, Past that, I want to talk a little bit about the art style of the comic. And the reason I want to talk about the art style is I love it, and I think it really accentuates the action. Power
Hmm.
Rangers back in the day, one of the big things about it is that people tried to ban it because it was one of the first shows that really had violence in it. Obviously, it was very watered down, punch. The flashes would like have some sparks, but nothing else. But back then, that was a lot for TV. So, which is why it was hard to bring it from Japan to the U.S. originally, and I feel like this comic does a really good job, and that's the Boom Studios way because most Boom Studios comics are like that of showing how the Power Rangers morph, showing how they fight using their powers, the Megazord, and I love how the DC heroes look in that art style as well. I think they all look powerful, they all look at their peak, they all look like they're doing a great job. Um, Jalen, what did you think of like the art style and the use of action in the comic?
It was definitely like really cool. And I know one of the key aspects of Power Rangers is that when you hit them, it's like sparks fly off their body. And there were
Yeah.
even parts in this book where you saw them get blasted by or hit by one of Brainiac's robot creatures, and you saw like little, you know, sparks fly off of them. And that was really, really, really cool. I also felt like, and here's something that I'll say with action in comic books as a whole, is that it's hard to make action in comic books interesting. I don't know if you both feel the same way, but
I
whenever
see what you're
I'm reading
saying.
a DC comic or a Marvel comic or even a Boom Studios comic or in any of those types of comics, the most interesting stuff is the dialogue and the character interactions in those.
Hmm.
And the action scenes are normally very like cut and dry, like 2 pages.
Yeah.
Maybe even a couple panels. It's like a hit, then the battle is over, kind of in a in a very quick manner. So for this comic to actually let you breathe in that action, just like how Power Rangers does. Power Rangers does have extended fight scenes. I think in total they have about 3 fight scenes an episode. So you have one. Normally you have an unmorphed one. You
Hmm.
have one of them in their suits. They get defeated or they get overwhelmed that first time. They come up with like a weapon, or they basically have like a they someone unlocks a new power, or someone unlocks a new animal spirit or something, depending on what the theme of the season is, and then they go back and they defeat the villain, and then it's the big mech battle. So it's 4 battles per episode. So to see
Yeah.
this, and like they really let you breathe in that action, and they have so much of it, and I feel like the pacing of this comic is really good with in tandem with that action as well. I definitely rock with it, and it definitely did give me like the vibes of the show, or the vibes of the action scenes that the show brings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. It definitely it feels so accurate, and that's something that they do very well. Boom Studio does that very well overall in their Power Rangers comics. That's why they've been so successful up till now. It's also just fun to see how different artists and different people utilize the Power Rangers, because obviously Power Rangers for the longest time, what the way it works and the way it's so cheap, anything outside of the suits, it's American footage. But anytime you see the Power Ranger suits, anytime you see the Megazords, it's the Japanese Sentai footage that they dub over. So they don't film any of that. They will only film a couple pieces for continuity to like add in between, but that was pretty much it. So you were kind of stuck in what you could do. Like you had to get creative. Like, okay, we have the Sentai footage. How can we make this now a Power Rangers episode?
Yeah.
Nowadays, with the comics, with animation, people, these creators now get to utilize them to their full potential. No restriction. No, we have to adhere to the Sentai footage. We can't go out of it. It gives so much more freedom to a level that really allows the Power Rangers to be at their top. Um, but something I want to add, something I love about this comic is the world building. I guess that's the words I would use. But yeah, world building in terms of it utilizes each of their worlds so well. And what I mean by that is when you're in the Justice League universe, I love the fact that when the Rangers lose their powers,
Say
they
Justice League.
He did. He
did I say
did.
Justice League on accident?
Yeah,
God, I hope.
I
I
was like,
fucking hope
I
not.
was like, wait, did he say like Joss?
The just Now I can't stop saying it. Justice League. God
Maybe
damn
Henry
it.
Cavill's mustache can morph.
Bruh. Sequel comic right there. The Justice League,
Yeah.
right? When they're in the DC world, god damn it. When they're in the DC world, I found it really interesting when the Power Rangers lose their powers, the fact that they utilize armor from different like heroes, and they're not scared of showing this heroes. So, like Jason, I believe, becomes Red Hood.
Mhm.
I know there's Hawk Girl. There's I'm trying to remember who else was there.
So Trini
Oh my
becomes
god,
Katana. Billy
Katana,
becomes
Nightwing.
Prometheus. Kimberly becomes
Zack becomes.
Hawk Girl. Zach becomes.
I couldn't tell if he was Nightwing or if he was uh Batwing.
It was
Yeah,
very
he
Lego
looked like
Batman
both.
free coded.
He looked like he had a Nightwing suit, but in the Batwing colors. That's what was weird.
Yeah, and then like, didn't he have like the Eskrima too, or what? Or
Yeah, I
am I
think
tripping?
so. But it was a fully gray suit, like Batwing. That's why it was
Yeah.
weird. Either way, he wears a Nightwing suit that's fully gray. And then I don't remember. Do you remember who? Oh, Tommy uses a Lex Luthor mech suit, which was really interesting. I like that. I like the fact that they're utilizing technology from the other world. I like Josh. You mentioned the Justice League reserves coming out of nowhere. I thought
Yeah.
that was a really nice touch. Having other heroes come in, and even them be weird. Even Beast Boy be weirded out. Of like, did he just say robot dinosaurs?
Right.
Like, I love the fact that they're so weirded out because it is very 90s. It's very corny. It's very like cheesy. So I love the fact that DC heroes are so weirded out by like how the Power Rangers operate compared to them. But
But
even
you know
when
what? It doesn't talk down like the Power Rangers aspect of it. It's
not at all.
fully embracing it, and that's what was cool is that I didn't have to get the lore dump explaining everything and then being like, it's weird, get over it. They just kind of rock with it, it's like, hey, we have giant dinosaur robots and that's our thing. The fucking robot shows up again and he's like, yeah, I just kind of rock with the Power Rangers and so I hang out with them. They didn't explain much to me. I don't know what that guy's doing. Does he have a silly voice in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a silly voice type of guy.
In the 2017 movie, he's Bill Hader.
Yeah, so it's a very silly voice type of.
There's
Yeah.
a fun trivia drop. Yeah, in the 2017 movie, he's Bill Hader, and the hologram dude is Bryan Cranston.
I'm like, this is Scrappy Doo in robot form. Like, this is what.
That's really what he is, basically. Yeah.
That's what this guy is.
But yeah, no, that's Bill. And then Bryan Cranston plays Sordon in that movie too.
Really?
Which-
Okay, they got everyone in that movie.
Another fun fact about Power Rangers: Bryan Cranston was in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the 90s. He did the voices for most of the monsters in that show, and because he did so much voiceover for them, the Blue Ranger is called Billy Cranston in honor of
I
Bryan
did not
Cranston.
know that. That's so cool.
Mhm.
No shit.
So when they did the reboot in 2017, they invited him to play Sordon because of that, and he was the original Red Ranger at
How
the
did they
start to
afford
become
him?
Sordon
That's the question. How did
because
they
he
afford
loves
him?
Power Rangers. You got to remember,
Well,
in
he's part of the
90s,
OG,
It was
you
before
know.
he was nobody when he was in Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. Because he blew up off of
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle and that other show.
Breaking
which
Bad.
I'm blanking on. Yes, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so this was before all of that. So like he did it out of love for the game, and then he loved the idea of coming back later on to play not only Sordon, but in that movie he's the original Red Ranger that then becomes Sordon. So like
Dude, you're
he got the
spoiling
Red
that. I was
Ranger
about to
too.
watch that movie like
Oh,
tomorrow.
I need you to watch the '90s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. That's what I need you to
I've
watch.
already seen all that. I just don't
No, you
talk
have
about
not.
it very
We're gonna watch it. No, we're watching
very
it.
often. I saw a clip recently of the one where it's like these four guys are getting on four other guys' backs and three of them turn into motorcycles and one guy just
Oh,
stays as a regular dude. And so then
Yeah.
he's just doing a little piggyback ride.
That's Jalen. That's Power Rangers Samurai Clash of the Red Rangers. That's
God, you guys are
RPM. The
fucking
RPM
nerds.
crossover. But then he like makes a symbol and creates like a red car out of nowhere. Yeah, that's Power Rangers for you, buddy. But Power Rangers can get so much weirder than that. It just I'm not even gonna try to explain it because it just gets so much weirder. But yeah. But so past that, another thing. What did you guys think of the Justice League lineup for the crossover?
Very good.
Like it was a very
I liked
Very
it.
good
I liked
lineup.
it.
I like how they have my boy John Stewart, in here. Because I think at this time, this was like 20. When did this comic come out?
2017.
2017.
2017. So this was like during like the peak of DC Rebirth, and I think at that time Jessica Cruz and Simon Babs were the main GL. So
Yeah.
I'm shocked they used John, but I guess they gotta have a black character to match with the black character.
Well, I can't even deny that because we know how Power Rangers was back in the day.
Yeah.
But they actually do give it a reason. If you think about it, when they're traveling through the universe, obviously they have to find the particle. I'm just gonna call it the particle accelerator because I don't remember what it's called. When they go there, John asks for all the schematics because he needs to figure out where it needs supports because he's an architect and he creates it with his ring so that Superman and Wonder Woman
Smart,
can look into space. And I love that moment because I love when they use the fact that he was an architect and why his like constructs are different to like Hal or Jessica or Bass or like anybody else. I love the fact that they showed that of like, tell me the schematics, tell me where I need support. I'm gonna support it so that they can lift it to space safely, and it will not break. And I love that little moment. And that's the thing is this comic, and Josh, you said it respects both sides. Like
Yeah.
it really does understand both sides of the crossover and understands each team and understands the characters very well and even gives characters that are normally not the spotlight. It gives them the spotlight. You know, Cyborg's a huge part of this comic, which is great. I love that. I think that has to do with the fact that this was to promote 2017 Justice League, and
Was
probably
Aquaman part of this lineup?
no, he's not in this comic at all. Well,
See, that's what I thought was
he's on the
interesting.
reserves.
Yeah,
the
I thought
reserves.
that was interesting that he was not part of the main lineup, especially
I-
if we're tying it
I
into.
wonder. Well, actually, no. That
The movie.
what I was gonna say doesn't even make sense either. I was gonna say maybe it's because it's the blonde version and they wanted Jason Momoa forefront, but they have Jon Stewart, so like
you
I
think-
don't know.
Do you think it's
That
because
doesn't
they
even work.
wanted to just mash it up like 6 and 6? Since there are 6 Rangers, 6 Justice League members, and you know you're gonna have your 5, you just gotta add your 1, and then make whoever else.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Cyborg
and-
normally wouldn't have been included if not for the story aspects they wanted to do with him.
Also,
They probably
because of the
would've done
fact,
Aquaman.
like, it is to promote the 2017 movie, and Cyborg was originally supposed to be the lead of that, as he is in
That's
the
true.
Snyder Cut.
yeah,
So, like, I'm guessing that's also part of it. But no, I really like the lineup. I think they bounce off each other very well.
right.
I think Flash, Superman, Batman, one of them are really good. Batman in every crossover is hilarious. I fucking love it so much.
Honestly, Wonder Woman was my favorite. I thought she was just, she's the strongest person in the room every scene, and like particularly
the
that
UN
UN
was
scene.
really
yeah.
good. Mm-hmm.
She was definitely the standout for me. It was interesting to see Superman not really get a big focus in here.
Yeah, especially when like, so I have the cover right here in front of me. Like he is the cover with the Red Ranger, but
Yeah,
yet neither of them are the like
the focus.
leads. The leads are all the way in the back.
Hmm.
I just realized something about that. I'm just not gonna say it.
In the
Damn,
black.
they really do have Jon Stewart, Cyborg, and Zack in the back, huh? Damn, Pat.
Yeah,
damn,
Trini's in the back
Um,
too. Trini is in the back too.
But Jalen
we're
is
just
in
not
the
gonna
front
look
with
at the-
us.
We're just not gonna look at the covers anymore. But damn, I noticed that like as I was talking, I was like, oh shit.
Dude. Luis's favorite
Um,
comic, by the way.
Oh hell no. I will say there's something interesting. So we can go away from this topic. First time I read this comic, and I remember talking about it with Jalen. I remember clearly. I actually didn't really like this comic very much the first time I read it.
Oh no.
I was a little disappointed. I thought the Power Rangers elements were a bit rushed, and I thought I just didn't feel it was very natural. I don't remember why, because I will say on second reread, I love how respectful it is of both sides. It's still like maybe a bit fast paced and a bit maybe too long. Like it does feel a bit stretched out in some parts. Then maybe it could have been a bit more condensed, but I think overall, like this comic does such a good job. And I was gonna talk about the leads, obviously, like Cyborg's the lead, and then for us Power Rangers fans, Zack has never been the lead till Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, which was in 2023, which is a movie they did to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin. They brought the cast back. That was the first time Zack was the lead in anything. Because even anytime Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would return, it would be Adam. So, Josh, after season 1, the Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, and Black Ranger, they quit the show because they wouldn't up the pay, and it was non-union, so a lot of the Rangers almost died while filming the show. They almost set the Pink Ranger on fire, and so they like tried to defend themselves for better wages. They got kicked out, and they were like, before they got kicked out, they just quit. They left. They brought in new Rangers, and Adam, who is the new Black Ranger, he has come back many times. He came back in Power Rangers in Space. He came back in Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Jalen No, not Ninja Storm. Operation Overdrive. Jan, do you remember any other time Adam came back other than those two? I don't think he's come back
Uh,
other than that.
he was in Once and Always for a small second.
Oh
Him
yeah,
and
he was a cameo in Once and
yeah,
Always. Yeah, but like that's the weird part about it. Is he has come back, but Zack didn't until this like anniversary.
Yeah.
So I found it really interesting that they finally gave him a lead in this because even in the show he never got. Trini had a lot of like standout episodes. Tommy and Jason were always the leads. Billy and Kimberly got huge episodes, but Zach never really did. So I really you can tell this was a Power Rangers fan because they gave the lead to a character that honestly barely ever got focused episodes in the original show. Not as many as he deserved for how cool of a character he was.
yeah. I'll say too on like the writing style of this comic book, it seems very much like a one shot. Like it lasts in its own continuity. It doesn't fall in line with the mainline DC Rebirth at the time, or even the mainline Boom stuff. It feels like this was written because I, like you, Luis, I also wasn't really rocking with it the first time that I read it. It felt rushed, like you said, and it also didn't
Mm-hmm.
really feel. So something about it felt off, and I think obviously now years later, it's like I think it feels like this was written either before they truly found their footing with either side. You know,
Yeah,
it feels like it was written before they found their footing with DC Rebirth or how those characterizations were, or how those storylines were, and it feels like it was written a little bit before or during the beginning, early process of the Boom Studio stuff. So they were still trying to find their story, still trying to build it out, still trying to develop that in a way. And this feels like it
Yeah.
is just an inconsequential story, honestly, because I don't even think they follow up on that twist at all. You know.
I was gonna ask about that if that ever got followed up on because that was an interesting note to leave it on.
no, it never did. I will say there was supposed to be a sequel to this. There was talks of it. There were plans for it. And the writer and artist said they want to do it. It's a thing of like Boom Comics just exploded after this, and they
Hmm.
wanted to just continue their continuity.
Oh,
For
they're
a
like, we don't
while,
need you anymore to promote our stuff.
basically.
Like
Like
we're
Boom Studios and DC, mostly DC, just saw it as like, okay, we did the marketing opportunity. We don't need to do this again. Like that was
okay.
kind of it.
Yeah.
So I do think if given the chance, I do think they would do it. I know one thing they wanted to do if they made a sequel was they were gonna give the Justice League their own Megazord, based on
Yeah.
them. Like that was the big plan. If they did the next crossover, was they were gonna get their own Megazord. I don't know what the hell that would have looked like. It would have probably been like the Batmobile combining with the Invisible Jet, combining with the
Yeah.
Watchtower, like something like that.
I'm
I would
shocked
have
they
loved to
didn't do
see
that
it.
in this one.
Me too, actually, but I'm kind of glad they didn't because this is something they also did with the TMNT crossover. They kind of held back on switching powers and like creating their own Megazords till the second comic they did it
Right.
because there's been three.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
first one, all they did is the TMNT morphed and the Rangers didn't have powers. That was kind of what they did. But then I believe the Megazord wasn't until like the second iteration
Okay.
of their crossover. And in,
Yeah.
in that one, the Rangers become mutants. The TMNT get their own version of the power. It gets weird after that.
Right.
So I'm guessing that's what it was. And so they decided to help back on it. And probably DC editorial just said no at the time because it was just supposed to be a promotional thing. So, but overall, even knowing that it was a promotional thing, I still think this comic does hold up, and I do think it holds on its own merits. Like it doesn't just feel like a promotional thing. It does feel like this actually had a lot of care, a lot of love poured into it from both sides, and I'm glad it does. Like it really does mean a lot that this was done so well. So, um, anybody got any closing thoughts about the comic before
I
we?
I have a closing question for Josh. We talked about the
Yeah.
Justice League side for him. Who, what did you think? So, who was your favorite Ranger? Since this is your first impression
Ooh,
with
yeah.
these guys, who is your favorite Ranger, and who is the Ranger that you feel like you didn't, really get enough of, like enough to really consider them in this list? Your
Hmm.
least favorite Ranger, essentially. Ooh,
I
that's a good
liked
panel.
that Jason or no Zach. Zach is the main one.
Yeah,
I
the
like
Black
that
Ranger.
he got his little. I like that he got his little Saturday afternoon special little story arc where he's, he gets in a fight with his parents at the beginning, and when things are going to shit, he's like, that might be the last thing I ever say to them is that I don't
Yeah.
really like you very much. I was like, this is very in line with the 90s style of TV where we had like a really simple story that was over dramatic. So that was cool.
Mhm.
I like Kimberly. I thought Kimberly was really cool and doing her own thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I think her design's cool. And the one I would probably like more of just because I hear so much about it, and I know he's got this little fan film coming out, is was Tommy, the green one.
Oh yeah.
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 I will
You
say,
get a little bit of him, but not like a ton.
and I actually think that's a good thing. I love Tommy. I know Jalen does too, but he is overused because he is the most famous Ranger from Power Rangers
Yeah, because even
history.
I have the Fortnite one of him.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
like Jason David Frank, may he rest in peace, the legend that he is. He played Mighty Morphin Green, Mighty Morphin White, Zeo Red, Turbo Red, Dino Thunder Black. He came back 5 times and played 5 different Rangers, all Tommy, just in different forms. And he is just iconic, and he is the face of the brand. Like, he
Hmm.
really did become the face. So I actually found it refreshing that he was not that big of a part in here. But I do also understand, like, if you're not a Power Rangers fan, he does not get a lot to do in here.
No, but it was interesting. I was like, oh, that's that guy. I know
Yeah.
him from my Fortnite.
He like
But
legitimately Josh. He started,
yeah,
you know, a whole like era of things, as
Yeah.
well as like he is
Mm.
the person to where I think every kid, if you were to show them Power Rangers, they would know who Tommy is. Like that is how,
Yeah.
popular this dude
Yeah.
was and still is to this day. You know.
right. But yeah, I mean, in conclusion, like I really love Power Rangers. I love seeing them come back. I think, the '90s they got my heart, and it's really special to see them team up with these like C-list Justice Leaguers. Shout out Lord Zod.
Said.
Yeah, that's who they should. That's who they should have teamed them up with. Zed and Zod. They could have
Said
been like the Wonder
inside. There you
Twins.
go. That's for
Yeah,
the sequel, baby.
but as the biggest Power Rangers fan on this podcast,
Of course, yes.
I love what's going. I love that little robot dude. Honestly, he was my favorite. The real robot dude, because I knew he
Alpha
had a silly
5.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alpha 5. The one guy wasn't in it at all. The hologram dude.
Zordon.
Yeah. That's their mentor, yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of like gets to do nothing.
That's kind of what he always does.
Okay,
He just kind
so
of tells them where to go and
so
gives
he's
them wisdom,
Yoda.
and he's done. Yeah, he's Yoda.
He-
He's literally
okay.
Yoda.
He's literally Yoda. Yeah, it was cool. I would read it again. I started it thinking it was gonna take a minute. Like I started on Friday morning, and I finished it in an hour and a half or something like that, maybe less.
Mhm.
Like I whipped through it. I was definitely interested the whole time. I'm like, all right. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer, but it was a really quick read in a good way.
It's a
I'd
very
recommend.
easy to get through comic. Like, if you're somebody
Yes.
who doesn't know the Power Rangers, doesn't know this kind of stuff, I feel like this is such a good entry point. And yes,
Yeah.
there's stuff you're going to be lost on, but it'll leave you with enough interest that then you'll look into other stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm just gonna blast off real quick because I just want to give some comic recommendations for anybody that is interested after reading this. Power Ranger Soul of the Dragon is one of the most iconic Tommy stories there have ever been written. It's about him post Power Rangers with his son.
Hmm.
Truly incredible story. I really recommend. Very serious, like dark. The comics do get a lot darker than the show.
Okay.
Do that. You can also do the Boom Studios Power Rangers timeline. It is huge, but if you start with Go Go Power Rangers, that's normally where it starts. It is collected in deluxe editions, and you can get the trade paperbacks as well. Truly awesome storyline with some really cool events that cross over. If you want to read some standalone stuff, Power Rangers Unlimited has random Power Ranger stories from different seasons that are just like one-offs. And they're very good, very like expand the history of Power Rangers very much. So those are my 3 recommendations. But if you really want to know more about Tommy, Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon, and if you
Yeah.
really want to know more about just Power Rangers overall, Go Go Power Rangers. It's the best spot to start in.
Did they not do a variant cover of the movies? That would have been such a layup,
I
Like
actually
that,
don't.
basically like a rendition of that cover, but for
I have all the
Justice
covers in the
League
back of this.
and Power Rangers, because that would be really cool.
I can actually check.
Or even if they did like they should have done a little mini 5-page standalone crossover where the Justice League just tries to kill the Power Rangers because they're in the
They're
dark
edgy.
brooding DC universe.
They're too edgy for the Power Rangers.
They're too edgy for the Power Rangers.
Yeah, no, they never did.
That's
fine.
Yeah, that's so strange. You think that would be like the one to do?
Yeah, huh?
That's what I would have
really
done.
weird. That's actually really weird. They did end up doing the movie Power Rangers later on in their own comic, but yeah, that's so weird they didn't do a
Yeah,
variant cover, huh? But yeah. So ratings, thumbs up. What is everyone thinking?
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
For me,
Shout out Justice League and Power Rangers. They're definitely
God
very
damn it.
successful movies.
Oh, extremely spawned a lot of sequels.
That's why I would recommend for both sides of this. If you're trying to get into this stuff, just go watch just those and expect more soon,
Yes.
because that's a good
Um,
jumping point. A little onboarding there.
Watch Justice League, then watch Power Rangers 2017, and then watch the Snyder Cut.
They came out the same month, didn't they?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe they competed.
Dude, that's probably why they failed. They just were both too powerful
They
for
were
each
too.
other,
They were
you know?
too cool. They were too cool, and they cannibalized each other. That's so
Exactly.
sad. All right. Now, next up,
Zack Snyder's
We-
Power Rangers.
there's probably an edit. Actually, no, that kind of exists. Jalen, do you remember Power/Rangers?
oh my
Or
god,
do you not remember that?
I haven't heard
They're
that
like-
in a long time, bro. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
super gory, super serious, super like dark take on Power Rangers that they did on YouTube as a fan film. They got banned off YouTube and got brought back like a bunch of times. Just kept getting taken off. It's now public. Like now you can see it, but it's called Power/Rangers.
Yeah. There's like a
It's
super
so
dramatic
bad.
scene where they're kicking them out of their base, and he's like, "Go, Power Rangers, get out of here."
That actually probably happens in the show at some point. I can't even lie.
So there is a scene where Tommy he jumps into the Megazord that the Rangers are in, that the original 5 are in, and he
Oh, yeah, he
basically
kicks their
them
ass.
out of the Megazord.
Yeah,
And he
he's
keeps
the
them out,
only
like-
Ranger that's been able to do that.
It's
Yeah.
never morphin time anymore.
It's never
I could
more
write
time
this
when
shit,
I'm
you know?
around.
Josh.
We-
No, but I love
write Power
I
Rangers.
truly love Lord Zoodad. I thought he was cool.
God damn it! It's motherfucking Lord Zed, okay?
Yeah,
Don't mean
yeah,
to.
he was cool. I like that he has a Z on his spine.
I know, right? It's the most like '90s kids
Fucking
show
dork.
thing possible. It really is, and I love it.
That is cool that it's like a Ranger helmet though. But
yeah,
evil.
they sold this back when they used to have the Lightning Collection Power Rangers, which is the
Yeah.
best line they've ever had
Cool.
for Rangers. But yeah, okay, next up. So we do have some news that we'll do at the end, but first we have a brand new game. So we're not doing blind rankings. We are not doing Jeopardy. We're not doing Family Feud. What we are doing, and I'm going to start presenting here in order to share screen. Share this one. Share.
Oh, it works.
We are playing Can You Guess What Happens Next?
Oh,
Power
fuck
Rangers
yeah. I know what's
edition.
going on.
So, what are
Do
we
I
going to
gotta-
do?
Do I need a pen?
Yes.
Okay.
What we are gonna do is I'm gonna show a clip, and then there are gonna be a multiple choice answer. To make this fair, Jalen will not get to see the multiple choice because he is a Power Rangers fan.
Wait, so how do only I see it?
Huh?
How do only I? Or he has to write
He
down
has
his
to
answer.
answer before we show the multiple choice. Now, here's why we're doing this. Originally, the plan was to have you and Jackson go against each other
Yeah.
to see
yeah,
who got
yeah.
most points, and then Jalen's challenge was, can he get a perfect score? That's how he won. But
Now
now
I
that
do.
it's only you two, that's how we're gonna play it. Is we're gonna show the clip. Jalen,
Jackson
you
had a
answer,
rock climbing accident, by the way. That's why he's gone. He's very intensely into rock climbing, and
and
it was
then
a very serious injury.
Lord Suderos found him, and now he's becoming a Power Ranger. Someday he'll be back.
They recast him as Lady Retrina.
Yes,
I don't know, remember her name, but yeah.
but when we come to this, I'm gonna play the clip. Jalen will answer. I will show the multiple choice.
Yeah.
It will be 4 to 5 answers. I believe most of them are 4 answers. The only one that this will not apply to is a bonus question that we have at the end. That one you
I'm
will both
locked
just
in.
get to look at the multiple choice.
I'm
But-
so locked in like never.
Who's like the
before.
worst ranger of these guys?
Of the OGs?
Of the
Ooh.
OGs? Who's like
If
the guy you're like, eh? It's probably the yellow
Back in
guy.
the day,
No, Trini was cool. Trini was
cool?
I
dope.
don't know. Because
The blue
I
one?
actually think, sad enough, I think it was Sack because he just didn't get enough focus.
Yeah.
Well.
The weakest
Um,
fighter though, Josh, is Blue.
Oh, Billy, yeah. Billy was the genius, but he was not a good fighter.
Oh.
He was the
okay.
tech guy.
He's Zane.
Yes, actually, yes.
All right. You can keep going. I'm sorry.
But, so, we're going to start here with our first clip. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'm locked. Yeah.
I'm locked.
Here we
in.
go.
Tell the class what you know.
Where's my crystal?
You can tell me now, Blue, or you can tell me after I kill all of your friends.
So, the question is, Rita is looking for the most powerful object in the universe, the Seal Crystal. Where is it located?
Oh, I know this. Josh is never gonna get this.
Where? Okay, the most powerful. Why
Ready?
is Elizabeth Banks the?
All right, mine
She's
is
Rita
mine is ready.
Repulsa.
Mine is set.
You
Ten
said?
is down.
Option
Oh,
A,
shit.
GameStop. Option B, Dunkin' Donuts. Option C, Krispy Kreme. And option D, 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Oh, and that's Rita Repulsa in the show, by the way. The character that Elizabeth Banks plays.
That looks problematic. I'm gonna think this is like Supergirl using KFC or whatnot. Like this is a collab.
Oh, no, this is probably the most, like,
Product
obnoxious
placement thing.
product placement there has ever been in any movie.
There's no way it's GameStop because we're in 2017, so digital's on the rise. We got the Xbox One era, so I'm gonna rule that out. I don't feel like I'd have to doubt that 7-Eleven is shelling out the ad bucks. So that leaves my 2 donuts, and that's tough. But I know Dunkin' does the big promo, so I'm gonna put Dunkin'. B
You're
is
going with
my
option
answer.
B?
Yeah.
Jalen, what was your answer?
My answer was Krispy Kreme. I don't know if y'all
Oh
can see that.
fuck!
And here we go.
I was close.
It was Krispy Kreme. So
I was close. I mean, I had the right idea though.
You're right. No, you were. So the Seal Crystal is buried under the Krispy Kreme, and they mention Krispy Kreme every fucking 5 seconds in this.
Did they
movie.
have Power Rangers Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Those were huge back in the day.
They were
All right.
good too.
Do you know Krispy Kremes have drive-throughs? Because I pass by one all the time.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Oh
who's,
yeah,
who's
they
doing
do.
drive-through donuts
Josh,
all the time?
Did you
I don't
wait?
know.
But did you know, Josh, that if the red light is on the Krispy Kreme, you and every person in your car can get a free donut?
Yes,
No, when
Yeah,
are they doing that?
because that means they just freshly baked them, so you get to have another one, free one.
So you can legitimately go through the drive-thru and say 2 donuts. Like I have 2 people in my car, and they'll give you 2 free glazed donuts.
Dude, why am I not going to
That's
Krispy
why they
Kreme?
rarely turn it on now, because people
Okay.
caught on to that.
Oh, I see.
All right,
All right.
so 1 for Jalen, 0 for Josh.
Yeah,
Moving
it's
on to
fine.
the second clip. Here we go.
モモゴレンジャー総務入庫作戦だ
Okay.
陸上ゴレンジャードゥ
Josh's face.
So that was Go Ranger, the first ever Super Sentai from back in the 70s.
Was he a bird but also a hand? Like, I don't know
Yes.
what the fuck was going on there.
So, the Go Rangers must utilize their final move to attack this villain. What is their final move?
I actually don't know this one. Oh my goodness. This
Give me a
is
second. You know what?
hard.
Let me open up my Google Slides. So
I'm not gonna lie, Luis. We both might need the multiple choice. I've never seen this Sentai.
I might actually just do this because now that I think about it, yeah, Jalen has not seen this Sentai. Yeah, actually, we're just gonna do the multiple choice for both of you.
I've seen this, but I haven't seen it in a while,
bro.
so it's.
So the Go Rangers, the first Super Sentai team, must defeat their enemy with a devastating final blow. What is their weapon of choice? A. Run them over with their swords. B. Perform a team trick shot with a ball that is also a bomb. C. Hug them to death utilizing the power of friendship and teamwork. Or D. A and B are correct.
Fuck. Okay. Dude, I'm getting a strong vibe on B right there. I'm getting a strong vibe on B, but the D is throwing me off because it could be both.
The D.
I don't know if they got the budget. I don't know if they got the budget for Zords. Because those are big machines, right? I don't know if they got the budget for that. Maybe they do.
So
I'm gonna go B.
Josh,
I'm gonna go B, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's D.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go B, but if it's a D, I wouldn't be surprised.
Actually, Jalen, I'm not gonna stop you. If you want to give him a hint, feel free. I actually don't mind.
So the Zords back then, Josh, were just people in costumes, and they built miniatures of the city.
Okay.
And cardboard buildings. So it would look like
that's how it would work. That's what Tokusatsu is. Just like how Godzilla, when it first was created, was a rubber suit with buildings.
Yeah, but Luis is trying to throw me off, so I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna stick with B.
All right, I wrote down C because that sounds stupid enough to where it would elicit a laugh. I am getting a strong sense of the D though.
Of the D? Yeah.
The D.
Jalen's feeling that D.
The D's
All
presence is there.
Let's see which one it is.
Well, that is a ball.
Finish!
Sorry, but I need to.
Holy shit, it's the World Cup. Oh, I like that one. I don't like look at that.
So it was option B. Josh got it correct.
Good on you, man.
It was a ball that's also a bomb.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They don't got the budget for two things.
So,
they're gonna do one.
This won't spoil the rest of the questions. So I will say this: swords were not a thing till like the 8th Sentai. So, because again, they were inspired by Japanese Spider-Man, and originally the Rangers just did not have them in the first few couple Sentais when they were created. So,
Sentai is pretty close to hentai when you think of like the.
Okay, next clip. So, I'm not gonna think about that. So, next clip.
I want to share something I learned with.
Oh.
What does he learn?
He's supposed to say, I want to share something I learned about humanity with you, Rangers.
Okay.
And then the question is, Robo Knight, the sentient android Power Ranger, has made a discovery about humankind. What happens next?
Oh, God.
What does he want to share with them? I want to see if Jalen remembers this.
This is a really good test, dude, because I haven't seen Megaforce in a while.
Dude, same. It's been
so
since
Jalen,
obviously
you have to lock in now. But when we show the multiple choices, I want you to tell me if you would pick something different after hearing them. Okay. You don't get to change, but I do want to hear your opinion on that.
Okay. All right, I'm ready whenever you want to show it to Josh.
A. He begins to rap about humanity. B. He believes humanity is a waste and turns on the Rangers. C. He begins to break dance. D. He was turned into a bomb and explodes in front of the Rangers.
Fuck. Okay. It's not B. B is boring. So Robo Knight's a good guy? Or like to them so far? At
Yeah,
this point in time?
he's a part
Okay.
of the team.
He wouldn't, I don't think he'd just breakdance because that seems like modern humor. So I'm gonna rule that one out. He'd probably say something. And I'm thinking of Go Ninja, Go Ninja Go. Which is the TMNT rap.
Oh,
Which makes me feel like it's A. So I might go A, but again, if it's D. But the D also seems like a thing that would happen in like Arrowverse stuff. So I'm gonna go A.
Okay. Jalen,
They loved rapping in the
what
90s.
did you write and what would you have picked if you could have seen
So
it?
I wrote, he abandons humanity. It's basically B.
Okay.
Not quite B, but it's basically
Okay. Perfect.
B. Yeah.
Let's show what the real answer was.
Check it, Rangers.
What?
I had a lot of questions about human emotion. They were vexing me, hexing me like some sorcerer's potion. So I followed the advice of my good friend
Jalen,
Noah into the city library.
Are you LARPing Power Rangers?
I
might be LARPing, bro.
on a variety of topics, but what opened the eyes of Robo Knight, the very most by far was some knowledge there dropped by my little homie Todd, who turned me on to hip hop. Word.
I
Word.
forgot how cringy these were. Oh my goodness.
Go Ninja, go, man.
So
Like,
Josh, you're at 2. Jalen, you're at 1 point.
God, no.
So I want to say this. So, and Josh, I will only do this if you agree. Should I just, unless Jalen knows it immediately, should I show him also the multiple choice?
I mean, he can. I mean, he knew the multiple choice on that one. His answer was the same, so
Okay,
he would have got it wrong. I don't know.
that's true.
I just, like, I know my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right.
there's a reason I'm the biggest Lord's Zepton.
Oh,
guy.
goddamn! Shut up! Stop! just shut up! No. All right, moving on. Third clip, or fourth clip now.
I think I'm gonna blow your fuses! Did you get a charge out of that? This guy's too powerful.
Does he have a bulge going on?
So that's what he's focused on. Okay, who
Yeah.
has come to rescue the Power Rangers?
Okay,
Oh,
I
fuck.
actually do know this one, Luis. I do.
Okay, so he's not gonna use the multiple choice.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
no,
use
sir.
it on this one.
You know what? Yeah, that's from now on. Jalen, if you are not confident in your answer and you want the multiple choice, you get half a point.
Herb, that's fair.
There we go.
Okay.
That's how we're
But
gonna do it.
I have my answer locked in.
Okay.
And-
So I
Josh.
saw a little green thing. Okay.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Who has come to rescue the Power Rangers? A. Japanese Spider-Man. B. The TMNT. C. Mega Ranger, which is the Sentai version of this team. And D. Captain Planet.
Okay. It's not Japanese Spider-Man because he's had Marvel as a crossover. I don't think I would get anything interesting out of the Mega Ranger Japanese counterpart. God damn. I don't know if Captain Planet's been in live action. No, but then Don Cheadle. But that's not it. Okay. But I don't also know what the Turtles did. I'm gonna say Captain Planet. I'll say Captain Planet, but if it's the Turtles, yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay.
I won't be surprised.
Let's play the clip.
It's probably the Turtles.
It is the Turtles. It is exactly.
My goats.
You want Rangers? You gotta go through Turtles.
Oh yeah, they had the Burl one.
Well, at least you got that right. It's time for some shell shock.
Such a weird time in history.
It
Fuck,
really was.
I should have went with that, man.
All
That's
right.
too obvious.
2-2.
We're tied up.
That's fine.
We're
That's
tied.
fine.
This is a lot closer than I expected it to be. So, moving on. Next clip.
Yeah.
Where did...
That's Tommy, baby. Ah, my favorite season. My favorite season. Everything's so fun.
Barack Obama.
What does Tommy do
Wait, Josh,
against?
why did you-
Did you just say bro?
Because it reminded me of the Gorilla Grodd Legends scene where just some big ass dude fucking shows up.
We're gonna make America Grodd again.
Yeah.
That's such a weird clip. So the question is, what does Tommy do against this prehistoric threat?
I know this one
Jalen's
off
gonna,
rip, bro.
Fuck, Jalen's gonna know this
Off
one.
rip, bro. He does
I
the
can figure
most
this out.
legendary thing ever,
Okay, that's a good clue.
and I love him for it. All right, I
Ready?
All right.
Luis, my answer is locked in.
All right. A. Speak with the dinosaur before being chased. B. Morph and fight the dinosaur. C. Attempt to spin kick the dinosaur before running away. And D. Run back inside while being chased with the T-Rex. A banner falls as an Easter egg to Jurassic Park.
You said legendary, so it can't be A or D. That sounds lame. But they're all running away. Morph and fight the dinosaur. I bet he attempts to spin kick that motherfucker.
All right.
I bet that's what
Jalen,
he's
don't
doing.
reveal your answer until after I play the clip, okay?
Okay.
Oh, it didn't play.
Hell yeah, brother.
I told you, legendary, Josh, legendary.
Yeah, what was your answer?
Oh, he roundhouse kicks him, bro.
Still counts.
Roundhouse kicks that dinosaur. The most legendary
So-
thing ever.
So we are still tied.
He didn't even
3
make
to
like
3.
good contact at all.
Not at all.
I like that he's in full business suit too. Like
Well, because at this
that
point,
man's got
it's
a day
easier.
job.
He becomes a professor in this season.
Okay, I was gonna say this man's in his 9 to 5 right now.
Yeah, because
This literally-
is
So
way
wait, if
later.
he's a teacher, this is literally the Barack Obama clip, bruh. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, next clip.
Yeah.
We are still tied, by the way, 3 to 3.
Okay. I need to upset here. Oh, they're old.
We must reach the highest level of our animal spirits.
That one's gotta be racist.
I am loving Josh's reaction to Power Ranger.
oh my god.
Okay, the question:
Am I wrong? Is he not?
the Jungle, the Masters channel all their powers in order to defeat Dai Chi. What happens next?
The Masters channel.
All right,
all
I
their
am not
power
confident in this one. I'm gonna go ahead and
to
say.
def-
So I will
Okay.
take the multiple
Daichi.
choice.
Okay.
Who the fuck is
A. They
Daichi?
all morph into Power Rangers.
The Jungle Master. Oh,
B.
okay.
They merge together into a giant beast. C. They shoot a giant blast before delivering a very corny line. D. They become furries.
Hmm. Okay. Them morphing into Power Rangers isn't really interesting. Okay. They shoot a giant blast. I mean, that could happen. Merge together. I feel like they're jungle dudes. They can become furries. I feel like that's fine. I'm leaning D or B, but I'm gonna go D.
All right, Jalen.
I actually did C. I did. They shoot a giant blast before delivering a very corny line.
Okay. Let's see what it is.
I mean, that's cool too. I guess. Oh yeah.
my gosh, bro!
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
Animorphs.
Oh shit! It's Skip. Shit! It's Skip.
I'm the worst.
Pause.
This is fraudulent behavior, bro. Josh is up
Jalen.
4-3.
The answer was David.
I thought you've seen these before.
This is fraudulent.
Jalen, did you not
behavior.
remember that?
No,
You don't remember
I
when they
don't,
defeated the
bro.
Daichi?
Oh my god.
That's
No,
like I
here's
was
why
there.
I remember that. They become furries. That's a quote from a friend of mine because I told her about Power Rangers. She looked up a clip and that's what came up.
The
Dog, I
Jungle
forgot that they
Masters.
turn into those. I'm gonna be honest, I forget that like second half of Jungle Fury a lot. I remember that first half way more than I remember that second half.
Yeah, that is Power Rangers Jungle. Yeah, the first half of Jungle Fury is a lot stronger than the second half.
Yeah.
But it's still very good. But yeah, They become
Okay.
the answer.
Cool.
Um,
Cool.
So
Big
I'm gonna go back, make sure. Let me reset this real quick.
I feel like I haven't been majorly off in these. I feel like I'm cooking.
Ready? Next clip. Here we go.
Happy.
Yeah.
I'm the worst brother. Again.
West, but,
If Chloe knew the sacrifices you make, it would only confirm what she already
Master
thinks,
Splinter.
that she has the best brother.
All right. The question is, while Chase feels bad about not being there for his sister, who appears in the command center?
Okay. I like his Australian accent.
I'm
New
not
Zealand.
confident, bro. I'm not confident. Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah,
the
give me
I'm the
multiple
West.
choice.
I'm the West, brother.
Power Rangers would film in New Zealand exclusively, so that's actually a New Zealand actor.
Yo, shout out Sam Neill.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
All
Okay.
right, Jalen, are you going for multiple choice?
I'm going for multiple choice.
A. Chase's sister from the future. B. Santa Claus. C. Chase's sister but evil. A and B are correct. E. A and C are correct.
Fuck.
Jesus.
These are all great options.
If I get this wrong, that is the biggest fraudulent behavior I've ever seen.
It would
I-
make narrative sense for Chase's sister to show up.
I am on.
So, and 4 of the options are Chase's sisters. I would assume Chase. There is one option that's just Santa Claus, and I didn't see any Christmas stuff, but they're in New Zealand too. But why is Santa Claus here? It's throwing
This
me
could-
off. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. A and B are correct. Chase's sister from the future is here with Santa Claus.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go.
Because I think Chase's sister from the future and also evil is not funny enough.
I'm gonna
for
go.
me.
A and C are correct.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
They're in the world.
Okay, so we were both wrong. Thank God.
Well, hold up.
The clip isn't over.
You made a big sacrifice today for the sake of
And he's gonna
others.
deliver him his sister.
That is the Christmas spirit. Now, I have one faraway place left
Josh!
to deliver
No
presents.
way, Josh!
New Zealand,
No way!
do you want to ride?
Yes! I'm going home! Yes!
That's
Okay,
it.
okay, wait. Who?
I was like, oh, this is just Santa Claus.
It's just Santa Claus.
Okay, so no
That's
point.
okay.
Still 3 points.
I just let it go wrong in case anybody picked.
I was half right. I was close.
You were.
I knew Santa was
Yeah,
right.
it was just Santa Claus. This was the Christmas special for Power Rangers Dino Charge. So-
But he does get to
next
see
up.
his sister.
Yeah, he does
Think
get
that's
sent.
something.
Santa takes him to see his sister, but she's neither from the future nor evil.
Oh.
All right, ready? All right, next
Yeah.
clip. Give me a sec. I'm gonna reload this one. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely need that multiple choice.
So yeah, Jalen, this is Sentai, so I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm just gonna send you both to multiple choice
Okay.
with no less point. What happens after Deca Ranger Gold morphs? A. She gets shot with a gun and dies. B. She takes down every enemy. C. Her morpher malfunctions and turns her into an animal. D. She is immediately knocked out by the civilian she was protecting, thinking she was a monster.
B's not interesting.
I have my answer, I think.
I don't think D's interesting. I'm gonna say A. I bet she just gets fucking shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say A
Jalen,
too.
what's your choice?
I'm gonna say A too.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
That is
She
from
did.
the
Wait, so she
Deca
dies
Ranger
from that?
movie. Yeah, she just did. That, by the way, that's her only appearance. She appears, morphs,
Wait, but
dies, and that's it.
I thought their armor's not bulletproof.
Not in this movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
She is one of the few Rangers that has ever died, alongside the original Time Force Red and Lost Galaxy Pink.
So I get a full point. And Jalen gets half a point because
I said
seen
that Jalen
so
could
much.
have the full point because it's Super Sentai and he does not know that Sentai specifically. But
okay.
you're still winning,
4-5.
Josh.
Yeah. Okay.
4-5.
4-5. And now we move on to our final bonus question, which is not Power Rangers or Sentai. It's Tokusatsu. And you will see why. You'll see the clip. Ready?
Fortnite. That's Ultraman.
Why are these Tokusatsu heroes together? A. It's a promo for a US versus Japan World Cup game with all of them fighting the US Power Rangers. B. It's a promo for Nike. The camera will pan down to show all heroes wearing Air Jordans. C. It's a promo for a toy. All four of them combine into a giant robot. D. It's a promo for a crossover comic with the next reveal being Optimus Prime.
It can't be a comic. They're not doing that for a comic book.
I will give you this, and Jalen probably remembers this. Power Rangers has done many live action promos, like with high budgets.
For comics,
yeah. When they did the Shattered Grid event, Jason David Frank came back to play the comic version of the character.
Okay. Here's where I'm at. I think B is funnier. But I think A is cooler in the sense that we're in the World Cup right now. It would tie into Power Rangers. I'd like it to be A, so I'm gonna choose A. I'm just gonna will it into existence. But I think if it is B, that's funny as fuck. I don't think C or D is funny.
I chose A also because of context clues. Luis did say that there's a reason why this is a Tokusatsu clip and not just a regular clip. And if you look at all of these options, it's a promo for Nike. Air Jordans has nothing to do with Power Rangers. A toy, well, cool, has nothing to do with Power Rangers. And a crossover comic with the next reveal being Optimus Prime also has nothing to do with
Yeah, but
Power
they could have Air Jordans and then also the Power Rangers are there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's no A and B option. You know, the only other option I can see this being is D, just because we just finished reading a crossover comic. However, I think since this entire thing is on Power Rangers, and he said there's a reason for that.
But Jalen, if we go with the same answer, you can't win, man.
I know, but I'm locking it on this A.
Okay. All
right.
Josh still wins.
They are a toy. Whoa. Oh, it's a Zord.
It was a promo for a toy that combines all four, so it was actually C.
That's an expensive looking toy.
Which means, Josh, you win 5-4 in a Power Rangers quiz against Jalen.
What can I say? I love
crazy, bro.
I love my Power Rangers.
I am on fraud watch. Holy moly.
Shout out the Blue Ranger. That is me.
My God.
Shout out Lord Zapdos. Super cool guy.
God damn it. Jalen, you lost to the guy that's calling him Lord Sapdos.
Dog, I know. I'm not proud of it. I need
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Jalen, you have to represent. It's you and me here. It's the Power Rangers fans, bro.
Oh my God.
I will say it was so hard to find clips for this because a lot of the clips you had to know the context of the season to understand why it would be funny. I was like, there's no way you would get this. So I was like, I have to remove these.
Dude, I think I'm just good at guessing random trivia shit. I think I just go for the
true.
funniest answer.
That is also very true.
Yeah, because did Josh not win last trivia that we did?
Dude,
I believe he won the first one, but I don't think he won the second.
I'm in Luis's head.
That is true.
He thinks he's
He has
hosting right
won
now.
every trivia that I've hosted. That's actually true.
You know, I'm there, man. I'm in.
All right, but how did you guys like the game?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I had a great time.
We will
That
bring
will
this
be.
back again someday with DC clips.
Oh,
Eventually.
I'm fucking sure.
We need to quiz Jackson Wilson on an Arrowverse one.
We could just do it for our own clips and just have our.
Oh, if we do out of context clips for that, that would actually be funny.
Yeah, that would
All
be
right.
fun.
Oh my god! Like a little break in between, I guess. The start of like
Yeah.
Lanterns and the start of the month. I believe is like a week where we have nothing, right? Or do we already have that planned? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I think we'll find out.
All right.
All right. News for the week, so that we can wrap up.
We'll whip through it.
First up, let's start here. Absolute Batman. So Scott Snyder shared some updates on the Absolute Batman series. He said it looks like the comic in 3D. They're very much keeping the art style pretty much the same, just brought to life in 3D animation. It will follow the comic, but the whole purpose of it is to not change the story too much, but instead expand it. What if we took that story and we gave it a much bigger world? We can explore a lot more things in various episodes. What are things that in the comic maybe didn't get explored as much as we would have liked to? Let's expand on those. That's the whole point of the show is, with hindsight, what can we expand from those Absolute Batman issues?
I like that.
Are we excited for this show?
Yeah, I was just going to say I have a hot take about some of this DC animated stuff, and honestly, some of the DC studio stuff as a whole. I enjoy the fact that they want to take from comics, right? And I love that. And I love the fact that after every single one of their trailers, except for the Lanterns one, oddly enough, but they have whatever comic inspired it, and they tell you to go out and buy it.
I wonder why.
DC Infinite or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will say, with Supergirl doing this, with Mr. Miracle doing this, and now it appears to be Absolute Batman. And I know Absolute Batman isn't in the DCU, but I wish instead of keeping it, because I mean, Supergirl was trying to be a one of one, it failed in every avenue. Mr. Miracle, I believe, is trying to be a one for one, not changing anything. This is trying to be a one for one and only changing small stuff. I wish they would take a few more risks and like branch the story out more than just what we know from the comic. Of course, like take stuff, but like don't just try to follow the same story beats of the comic, because that limits you and your creativity a little bit and where you want to go with these characters and with these stories.
I agree. I think we should be borrowing themes from these books and the messages more so than the specific plot elements. I wanted Supergirl to take on the themes and what the parable was saying and what it meant about the cycle of revenge, more so than I wanted to see Krem of the Yellow Hills get properly adapted. You know what I mean? Like it's that mentality, and same with Mr. Miracle. Like you can do whatever specific issues, but that comic isn't really like a through line that makes for a. It's not about the overarching story in Mr. Miracle. It's about the individual moments and seeing that character broken down.
Yeah,
that's interesting about it.
They say that they're following the comic to a T, or at least that's what Tom King said when he had that interview.
Yeah, I think Tom King just is like, he wants to control his work and make sure it is exactly the same, which is, I guess, fine, but Supergirl clearly showed that they don't want to actually follow through on that completely. So
I think that's the thing. It's like, I think a good example that I always bring up of a successful comic adaptation that changes things. Compare the Civil War comic to Captain America Civil War. It took what Civil War was and adapted into something that fit the characters of the MCU and the story of the MCU. Because obviously in the original Civil War, X-Men are a huge thing. It's all about the mutants in the original Civil War. In this one, it's all about, what is the thematic of what does it mean for Steve and Tony to go against each other in this stage? of Marvel, and after the Avengers, after Age of Ultron, and they adapted it into something that
works for that
moved
specific
everything
mold.
forward and moved the characters forward.
Mhm.
And I think that I will always point that out as a really good adaptation that changed a lot, but still felt like the thematic of what Civil War was. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day,
I'm not
how much they
doubting fucking
change.
Scott Snyder, dude. Like,
Yeah,
he's-
I think they got it. I wonder if he's downplaying how much they'll actually change.
Well, because if you
Um,
think about it too, Tom King's been around for forever, and he's been doing this stuff. You know, he's kind of like he's in his George R. R. Martin years, where he just wants to reap the rewards of what he sowed. Scott Snyder is just like excited to be there, man. He was at my last Comic Con, and there was a wraparound line, and I've never
He's
seen
awesome.
that for a comic guest. Like, I thought that was crazy. So I think, yeah, his comments about like expanding the world and stuff, I think it's genuine. I think he's really gonna pull from, and I think we're gonna see a lot more than just Absolute Batman and the Absolute Batman show. I think we're gonna get elements from the whole DC universe.
All right. Next up, keeping on the Absolute Batman train, obviously the upcoming issue is number 22. The series was confirmed that they already have the plan set in place till issue number 50.
Yeah.
But the series will not end. Something that Scott Snyder confirmed is that number 1 through number 50 is only Batman Year 1. And they have talked about Batman Year 2 and Batman Year 3 at the very least. They are not confirmed to be getting all the way to Year 3, but they know that it will at least get to Year 2. And I find that really interesting, you know, the fact that they're like capping that off of like, yeah, number 1 through 50, that's Year 1. And now we're moving on to Year 2.
That is an interesting structure. I'd be shocked if this isn't DC's best-selling comic. I haven't looked at the sales numbers.
It is.
For it. Yeah, that makes
It broke records.
That makes complete sense. And I think them saying it's not going to end is just like, it's their fucking cash cow. And it's their cash cow, but it's still like it's new business. You know, it's bringing in so much uniqueness to DC as a brand right now. And like, why stop? Why put an end date on that?
Exactly. No, I'm so excited, and I know like the second highest selling is Wonder Woman, which I'm so happy because that comic's incredible. So I'm excited to see where the whole series goes. Talking about that, we'll talk a little bit about the future of Absolute. The next story is DC confirmed what panels they're going to have at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. So first off, there is no DCU panel for the films at all. This could change last minute. There could be a booth somewhere else, but in terms of Hall H, confirmed no. And it has basically been confirmed overall that they will just not be there. In terms of DC overall, Cape Crusader will have a panel because obviously the week after Comic-Con, that's when Season 2 drops. And Lanterns has confirmed that they will have a panel at SDCC 2026, which now that we're talking a little bit about Lanterns, obviously there was a rumor that I would like to hear you guys' thoughts on, especially not Jalen. I don't think has many thoughts on it, but you, Josh, I know you're pissed, man. You're like, wow.
You know, like I always say, right behind Power Rangers is Green Lantern, my favorite, and like just below that is Love Island. Like those are the holy trinity of interests of mine.
But I need to know, Josh.
Yeah.
Are you rocking with new Lanterns?
He did the pose.
Dude, all I'll say about the rumor is that Kyle Chandler is like 60 something. Like you put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fucking for real, man.
Before
Like,
Jalen rants,
you don't even need a rumor for that.
let me just say what the rumor is, which is, I mean, we all saw this coming as soon as Kyle Chandler got cast. And especially when it got announced that Jon Stewart had a movie deal, but not Kyle, was obviously the two timelines that we followed in this show are 2016 and 2026. In the 2016 timeline, it'll be John and Hal's first case together. While 2026 will be John investigating Hal's murder. Jalen, would you like to take the stage?
Bro, it's so this show, bro, it continues to baffle me. And like, granted, I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you know, you're being such a hater. Wait until the show comes out. Yada 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 yada." Y'all don't understand that I'm like that when it comes to Green Lantern. I grew up with this. I have bled green since I came out the womb, bro. Dang near. And I I grew up with Hal Jordan. I grew up with John Stewart. I grew up with Kyle Rayner. I grew up with with all these other characters. They are doing a huge disservice by potentially, if this is real, if this is, I hope and I pray, I really hope and I pray that this is just what it is, a rumor. But I'm gonna be honest, knowing Jimmy Gunn, this thing is very real. This thing is very, 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 very real. And
I mean, Jalen, again, though, he's 60. Like, what do you expect him to do otherwise?
That's
like,
thing,
he's
bro.
going to pass
Like,
the torch and just
Don't
hang
cast
out?
a 60-year-old.
Like, I knew it was going to be cooked after you had Josh Brolin pass. You had Ewan McGregor pass. You had Matthew McConaughey pass.
Yeah.
You had
because he already did True Detective, man.
Yeah, you had two other bigger name guys. One of those guys wasn't even that big. I'm gonna be honest. From what I remember,
Let me check.
they both passed. 5 people passed on the role publicly, and then you go with Kyle Chandler. And then on top
The guy
of
that does
it's
the MonsterVerse movies.
It's so stupid because why? Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, just thinking about it gets me so upset. One, you give bro a terrible uniform. Two, I'm not gonna lie, they'll probably pull the Beware My Power stuff where it's like he dies and becomes Parallax. Like, I don't get this. And then another thing too, they I'm sorry, this is like really like frustrating me, but like they deliberately point out how Hal has never spoken to another Lantern. So this dude has been on Earth. Was he not trained by Sinestro? Was he not like how? Oh,
Chris Pine.
Hal
was
Jordan
the other one
Memorial
that
High
passed.
School.
so much stuff wrong. So much stuff wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
And even if you say that he made that quote in 2016 when he first encountered John Stewart, he deliberately told John Stewart that he's been doing this since John was in diapers.
yeah.
That is at least 30 years. He's never interacted with another Lantern in 30 years.
Yeah, I call bullshit.
That's stupid. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of the Green Lanterns. And how does he know Sinestro? Someone is lying.
I think he's just bullshit, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. The DCU is like
you're
nose diving, bro. And like I want to love it, like I do. Like I hate hating on things. Like I genuinely want to be as positive of a person as possible. That's why like I'm still on the Marvel train. I can't lie. All the doomsday hate, I see it, but I'm still riding for it. I can't lie. I want to be like that for DC. But they've released 4 things now.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's very tough to ride for DC when they have not shown anything that's truly mind blowing enough to ride for it. You know what I mean? Like they just released Supergirl, and it's not good. They got lanterns. It looks like trash. Like Clayface looks good, whatever. But like, we gotta lock in.
Yeah.
I would say first off, I'm not surprised that DCU has no panels because Jimmy Gunn cannot like live stream his Twitter, and so
that's true.
He's not gonna announce shit anywhere else, so it don't even matter.
That's another thing.
They should be doing stuff.
Their marketing team.
Oh, I know.
Like,
but this is again, there's a lot of issues of a director being a studio head and all that. That's a whole other path. With Lanterns, it's the most predictable outcome that I expected based off what I'm seeing from this show. Same with Supergirl. And I mean, even Clayface seems predictable to a point. What's sad is predictable, but it's also trying to be like a predictable subversion. And it's like, oh, we're gonna do, you think of Green Lantern as some silly thing, and now it's going to be dark and edgy, and Hal Jordan's going to die, and it's going to be this fucking murder mystery. And it's like Green Lantern, more than any DC brand right now, just needs the bare standard, like, world building adaptation, like literally 2011 again, but actually good. And I think I don't know, like this is way more in line of Logan or Last Jedi or in Indiana Jones 5 of like, oh, let's do the broken hero trope right away, and like, you know, like they think they're being clever and shit, you know, and they could still have some tricks up their sleeve, but I think I kind of see the writing on the wall here, and it's just not something I'm interested in at the moment. It's kind of like doing Death of Superman in movie 2 of the DCEU.
This ain't even movie 2, it's movie 1. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, well, it's not even. Yeah, it's like it's that type of thing. It's like in a vacuum, this show could be cool if we had some standard Green Lantern stuff. Like, you know, that it would be like, oh, cool, something new, you know. But as like this is going to be what people know Green Lantern for outside of Ryan Reynolds. Like, come on, man, you know, like what are we doing? Like Jalen said, like that costume is a hit point, a hit piece.
Oh yeah,
just setting them up for failure.
See,
but I don't know.
Guys, there's an easy solution. We needed more Ryan Reynolds.
That's the goal. It's gonna be the Wesley Snipes Blade. There's only one Green Lantern.
There's only one Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah, God. And I think it's also gonna perhaps, if this show isn't received well, negatively impact Jon Stewart's kind of role in this whole thing.
That's what's sad, yeah.
What sucks about that is because you know, like having a black lead superhero like that early on in the universe is super cool, and on top of that, him being like, you know, a character that normally didn't get the spotlight until very recently. Like, there's a way to set him up to be really, really popular.
Yeah.
And I think this is not going to do him any favors. And fucking Aaron Pierre, man, like, what a cast. What a cast. And it's like, oh. Yeah. But again, like, I think a lot of people will dig this show because I think it's just true detective murder mystery. It's just not something I'm personally interested in at the moment. Plus, I mean, like, what we're gonna do? Hal Jordan Parallax, and I don't know. It's like when they were. It's like when they were killing Batman and all that shit a while ago. They were doing that in the Gotham Knights stuff and Suicide Squad game and all of that, and it was like, I don't.
Also,
you're not clever, man.
Yeah,
Hal Jordan dying is not clever.
Not to mention, they literally did Parallax in the 2011 movie.
Yeah, you know. And we're already killing Hal Jordan in the fucking animated show, too.
And in Green Lantern Beware My Power.
The last Jon animated movie. We just killed him off. You know? And, like, I don't know.
Well,
it's like if we put Miles Morales or Sam Wilson, like, up in the forefront by killing Steve Rogers and Spider-Man and Peter Parker in every adaptation of the characters.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sometimes it works. Like, Spider-Verse works because Peter dies and Miles takes over, but
Insomniac also works where Peter retires and Miles takes
that's
over.
not the defining aspect of, like, oh, Peter has to die for Miles to be Spider-Man. It's like, oh, no, two can coexist. And same with the Green... I mean, that's the fucking whole point of the Green Lanterns, isn't it, Jalen? Is that there's so many that can exist simultaneously?
Yeah, and
there's a whole corp.
That was going to be my next point too. Is like I don't want anyone who's listening to this or watching this to get it misconstrued. I love Jon Stewart, and we all love Jon Stewart. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's the Green Lantern that a lot of people grew up on. And he is so cool. Like he is a really cool Green Lantern. What I don't like, and what I think a lot of people don't like, is that Hal Jordan does have a bunch of really cool stories that have never been adapted properly, and it's like I don't understand how creators and people who run these universes can put down a character by killing them or lessening them or, you know, deliberately making them just a cone in the lead character's path to prop up another character. I hate that. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely hate that. You can have both of them exist. You can have Hal Jordan exist. You can have John be the Green Lantern of Earth and Hal be out in space with the Corps, dealing with other threats out in space. You know, because we saw there's a whole galaxy. Like literally, Bilky is a trafficking like cesspool. You don't think a Green Lantern would want to handle that? You
Yeah,
know,
but that I mean that goes back into the TV side of things, and I think they just budget wise aren't really.
yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. I mean, we had a Green Lantern show that was in development that was really cool with all the different timelines and all these lanterns showing up, and it was it was going to be a whole
And
thing.
the Green Lantern Corps movie that we almost got into DCEU as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
I
another
don't really
thing
need
too,
watered down Green
on, like,
Lantern.
the budgets thing too, Josh. I would use that as a crutch if Krypton didn't exist. Krypton looks pretty cool. I can't lie.
Krypton looks very fucking cool.
Krypton looks
And it has
beautiful.
But that's
probably
also-
a much lower budget.
But that's also full
Much
creativity and not
lower
like
budget.
they're trying to. Krypton is not going for the masses. They're just going for
That's true.
what they're seeking. Lanterns is like, how do we appeal to the 4-quadrant sector of our DCU?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're
I don't-
appealing to dads, dude. It's like it's fucking
It literally
Reacher.
is a dad show.
It's Green Lantern Reacher, man. Like, what do you want?
playing
I
Home
don't know.
Depot
Oh,
to
God.
open your trailer.
I'll
Alright.
probably honestly think it's fine. I just like as a show, I just think it's going to be really frustrating as a adaptation of a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, we'll see. We're very close to the release. We'll obviously be covering all the episodes here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there won't be much speculating anymore in a couple weeks, which was
So all we
weird
got?
to say. Okay, finishing up SSCC. There is one more panel. There is a DC Comics panel. What is rumored to be there is obviously more updates on Absolute. The rumors are Scott Snyder did actually tease that Absolute Aquaman is coming.
Yeah.
So apparently he would be the next one to be revealed to have a full-on series, either a full-on series or another one-shot like Green Arrow and Catwoman.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is we might actually finally get news from the Absolute crossover, which apparently has been reported will not be called Justice League, and will have a different name. What I think that means is back when, obviously, Absolute DC is the equivalent to when Marvel had Ultimate Comics. And back when the Ultimate Comics existed, they were not called the Avengers, they were called the Ultimates. So they had their own name in continuity. I wonder what the name will be. A rumor is, and I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, because I actually didn't see if this was something that actually happened in the comic, and that's where this is coming from. Is apparently the villains are called the Justice League. And so apparently the good team is actually the Legion of Doom with a different name. Like not Doom.
The Rangers of Power.
God damn it. But I like that. I understood that reference. But
Led by
apparently
Zok-Dok.
they will switch names, but it won't be Doom. We just don't know what the name will be. It could be the Absolutes. It could be the Absolute Legion. It could be Justice League at the end of the day. This
Sure.
could be all wrong, but
You know,
apparently it's because the villain team is going to be called the Justice League.
in a world of Justice Gang before Justice League, I can put up with a lot of bullshit names.
That's true.
So I'm cool with whatever they want.
In a world of a Deathstroke and Bane movie and a Clayface movie,
Literally.
Fuck
Batman
it.
movie.
Fuck it, man.
We're gonna
I'm
get
hoping-
a Deathstroke and Bay movie for Batman. That's great.
You know, Absolute stuff's cool. I'm hoping we get more announcements of like solo titles for characters. You know, I mean, there was a whole thing about no black characters besides Absolute Green Lantern are really ongoing right now. So it'd be cool to see some of those, like Cyborg and Mr. Terrific, or even just honestly characters that, you know, they just need the spotlight. They don't have it. Just get some more new runs in there would be cool.
I would like to
hear out of
see
stuff.
Absolute Static Shock. I think that would be a cool comic, bringing back that character.
Or even
to
just
the
regular.
Absolute line.
Static Shock doesn't have a ongoing right now. anyway.
Agreed, but I mean, like in the Absolute series, which is probably the most consistent comics they have right now. I would love
Yeah.
to see a Black Lightning or Static Shock.
Right.
I think that's a character that could use a lot more love, especially
No-
after Arrowverse.
And don't announce any crisis events. Leave that shit.
Yes,
Away.
please, God, no.
Crisis of everything. I don't know.
Absolute Christ, no. Okay, hey, I still pitch if NetherRealm wants to make a Mortal Kombat violent DC game, make a DC Absolute fighting game. I
There you
feel
go.
like that would be badass. Or
That'd be
MK versus
kick-ass.
DC, but it's absolute DC.
You gotta give it a couple years.
I know. I don't want it now, but I hope that one day we can get that. Because
Yeah.
that way you can do fatalities on the DC characters
Yeah.
by making them the absolute versions. But I digress. Final story, real quick. Rumor portion. This is a bunch of rumors that I think are bullshit. But I keep seeing them go everywhere. So we're going to do a little bit of an exercise. I'm going to say these 3 rumors, and I just want us to take them at face value. They're all real. How do we feel about it? Okay? First off, that James Gunn is considering directing The Brave and the Bold.
Well, I'm sure he is.
How do we
I
feel
mean,
about that?
Dude, he's fucking editing Supergirl.
Yeah.
The soundtrack and stuff. That doesn't surprise me.
That
I don't know. I think we should be kicking Andy Muschietti off. I think we should be merging Robert Pattinson, but like, who cares what I think?
Well, I
on
agree
that.
with you, but that's
You know,
sadly not happening. I agree with you.
I don't think he has time for it, but I'm sure he
Now
wants
more
to.
than ever,
Well-
I would say leave Robert Pattinson on his own. Do not merge him with the DCU.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, now more than ever, Josh.
No.
Do not
That'll
do
save it.
that.
That'll save it. Trust. That'll
Let
save
him-
I
it.
do think
Let
that a
him-
strong. I do think that will save this universe. If
Dude,
we
when
can get a
Clayface is
successful
badass
Wonder
and
Woman,
Robert Pattinson shows up at the end, like fucking
that's
tell
not
me,
happening,
coolest.
Josh. I love.
Fuck you.
I wish. I
Dude,
will
if
go
that happens,
nuts.
everyone owes
if that
me
happens.
money.
I will
Everyone
not
owes
owe
me
you
money if that
shit.
happens. Yeah, dude, because it's gonna happen.
I will double it and pass it to Jalen. He owes you $10.
And I will
That's fine.
triple it and give it to Jackson. Jackson owes
Jackson
you.
We can
already owes
all
me so
agree
much
on that.
money.
Jackson Wells owes you a band if Batman isn't Clayface. Does
Fucking
not
bet.
matter which
Fucking
Batman.
bet. Yeah.
Um,
Who's our rumored Batman?
So, rumored Batman is Tom Brittney. So, Tom
I don't know who
Brittney
that is.
was one of the finalists for Superman alongside David Cornsweet. And he appeared in an interview recently. I'll pull up a picture so you guys can see who it is. And he was asked about Batman. And he basically just laughed it off, said who, and then just moved on to the next question. Just kind of didn't answer anything. And there has been rumors from Campia, from other sources saying that they are hearing that either he is cast or he's a finalist for the role. Nobody knows what's actually happening, but that has gone over everywhere, both versions. This is
I don't know.
This is if I can. Let me see if I can lower my brightness. So
The only reason they would be casting
There
Batman
he
is
is.
if he's in Clayface or Man of
That's Tom
Tomorrow,
Brittney.
'cause they have no momentum on that movie right now.
the thing with this is the reason I think this could be real. When they cast Lex Luthor, they went for somebody who auditioned for Superman because Nicholas Hoult was almost Superman. He was also almost Batman, but he was almost Superman, so they went with him for Lex Luthor. I think it would be interesting with, you know how in the Justice League comics and the Justice League anime series, Batman and Superman are supposed to look similar. Why not go with someone who auditioned for Superman for Batman?
No.
I don't think he's cast, but I think it is very possible that he is in the running.
I mean, it's a 6-foot charismatic white guy.
You got the role.
Oh fucking! I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be too negative. That'd be cool. Like
I
I
do think-
genuinely, I just think they're only if they're casting someone. I think there's so many X-Men casting rumors now, and I'm like, dude, what are we doing? Like, I don't think everyone's getting cast right now. I think just leak stuff and rumor stuff is crazy these
Well,
days. But
That's different. I think the X-Men are being cast right now because that movie's going to production next year.
I will say,
but my point is,
recently-
Batman has no momentum. So like, the only reason they would be casting him
that's
is if he's
true.
in one of these 2 upcoming movies, Clayface or Man of Tomorrow.
He's definitely a Man of Tomorrow, like without a doubt, a Man of Tomorrow.
But like then, God.
But then when
fucking
the
just
hell is
make
this
it
movie?
Justice League.
Like, this is ridiculous. When the hell is this movie?
Yeah, I mean, but also,
And
like, why
also-
do I care when Robert Pattinson exists?
True. And then if you're going with let's say it's Tom Brittney. No disrespect to him. He looks like a great actor from what I looked up of him. And he looks like a good guy. How is he old enough to have Damien?
How old
He
is he?
looks David
Like
Cornsweet age.
36?
He's David Cornsweet age.
Hey man, you can have a kid young.
Yeah, but like we're supposed apparently, but wasn't the pitch the fact that the Bat family exists by now? Like, isn't it supposed
Yeah, but I
to
don't
be?
really
It
want.
exists.
I don't. really want Batman to be 50.
Me neither.
I think it'd be
But
cool
it
if he
still
was
makes no
30
sense.
and he spent his whole 20s doing stuff.
It sounds like he's gonna do the New 52 thing where every Robin was a year apart. So like Nightwing, or Robin to Nightwing was like 2 years. Then after Nightwing, a few months was Red Hood or Jason. Then a few months after that, Jason died. Then Tim, then Damian.
Mhm.
So all of it was within like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, I don't really need him to be 40.
I don't either. It's just from the
You know.
way they spoke about it, it always sounded like they were gonna.
But
cast, like, a
Damien's
40-year-old Batman.
also like 12 to 15 or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think the movie exists. So like what it's all
It always sounded like a thing of like we're just gonna keep saying this exists until Reeves gives up and lets us use Pattinson.
yeah,
It
like
always
it's placeholder.
felt like that.
And again, it's like the fucking Green Lantern thing. Like, yeah, it would be cool to have a Batman that has all this stuff already established, but like I feel like you're kind of cheating.
You're not earning it.
You're not earning it.
All
You
right.
know?
Final rumor, and
That's-
we'll be done with this.
Sure.
It kind of has to do with this. It's the fact that not that he's gonna be fired, but that James Gunn's considering leaving, being ahead of DC
Oh,
in
100%.
2027,
100%.
and instead just being creative. And someone brought this up that maybe that's why he's considering Batman. Is why not, while he's still head, give himself that part before leaving and securing himself a paycheck.
That would be wonderful.
I would leave.
I would like that, to be honest. He does not need to be a studio head. I like the guy. He's a good director. Does not need to be a
He's a
studio
creative, but he's not a studio head.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
head. Give it to Peter
Exactly.
Safran.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. Let Peter Safran cook.
But I don't even know if Peter Safran's cooking. I think he's.
I don't think Taylor Safran does shit.
He makes some interesting producing
Um,
choices.
I think he sounds like a really cool. He sounds like a really smart guy. And
Dude, they
Coy
just shouldn't
Jandreau.
have announced to DCU in the first place. Like whoever said that, it should have just been movies that they built up over time, and if something worked, they just roll with it.
Yeah.
Like how
I
the Batman
know-
was meant to be like one movie, and now it's like this whole thing of like.
No, it's
spin-off
the epic
shows
crime
and-
saga. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just.
It's a thing of like one of my favorite stories of Peter Safran is Coy Jandreau from the official DC podcast, as well as from the Real Rejects on YouTube. He was talking about that he talked with Peter Safran for the first time while they were in CinemaCon watching the DC panel, just from behind the curtain. And Peter Safran just fully nerded out about cinema and about like getting to work on superhero films and like and that dude Coy Jandreau, who's a reporter, even he was like shocked about like how in depth he went and how much he loves it. And I'm like, it's sad to me that Safran is just somebody who like never shows up because Gunn is so like focused, like the face of it, that Peter Safran never really gets to talk. Like we know barely anything of Safran, and I do kind of wish he got to talk more like Feige does. Like Feige doesn't appear all the time, but like we know a good amount about him. We know how he talks. We know his style. We know nothing of Safran. It's just Gunn. So,
But at the same time, we shouldn't be hearing studio heads every 2 minutes, anyways.
no, but it's the fact that we don't even hear from him yearly. That's my thing. Like we only really hear from Gunn.
We heard from Peter Safran when he said Supergirl did fine
That's
or
pretty
below
much
their
it.
expectations.
Like I wish at the events he got to speak more. Like that's it. Not Twitter. Not like the thing that James Gunn goes too far. He's a creative.
No,
He's not a head.
The Paramount merger, the fatigue that Gunn is probably feeling of putting all this shit out. I think he just had a really nice production deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, while you're making all the stuff you like, we'll just put you in charge and you can kind of guide things.
I think he's. I think
he's
he'll quit.
kind of done what he's kind of doing he's done what he wants probably.
Yeah.
Was he gonna make 3 Superman? I mean, I guess he could. I don't
We'll
know,
see.
man.
But yeah, I think there's a very high chance he'll leave. Honestly, I think it'd also be he probably is a bit worried about the Paramount merchant. I think he'll just want to leave on his own terms, then get
Yeah.
fired later on or something.
I think the DCU will get cooler if it continues. Like the DCU EU got cooler for a period there, where I really liked when they were doing Shazam and Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad.
it
some
was
of that stuff.
expanding
I
into
liked,
cool areas.
I liked
yeah.
the experimental stuff, and I
Black
think DCU
Adam.
will do some similar.
Shazam 2,
Yeah,
Wonder Woman 1984, like great stuff.
it's like absolute. Just let DC do their own thing and don't worry about connecting everything, and it'll work out in the end.
We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for thank you guys for joining me today, and thank you all for watching. This was a fun discussion. Yeah. I'm glad we got to introduce Josh to Power Rangers.
Oh no, I mean I've been introduced.
I mean Jalen, I'm glad me and Josh got to introduce you to Power Rangers.
Yes,
today.
I really enjoyed it.
I love Zutara. I think he's
okay.
Really cool.
So, before me and Jalen get triggered, thank you all for watching very much. We will be back next week with what are we back next?
Something.
Week? We'll be back with something DC. And thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.